to shoot this. This is my first video request, so I'm trying my best to honor one of my subs' requests. So they wanted to see some of my hair routine, both after I get out of the shower and just how I style it. And I pointed out that I do not, most times I really try hard not to blow dry my hair. So this is what I would do. I get out of the shower, I do the last cold rinse, and then I towel dry it. And I try really hard not to brush or comb my hair when it's wet, because they say that the strands are weaker when it's wet, and I want to avoid breakage. I just put, and I just did this in the other thing, and the video didn't turn out good. My phone is misbehaving. I don't know why it's taking good videos, so I'm taking this with my camera. Anyway, this product is by Suave. It's called Sleek Anti-Frizz. I have very coarse, I have a lot of texture to my hair, very thick, very coarse hair. There are some, when the little ones up front start to grow or something, and sometimes you'll see it just have little kinks in the end, and I don't know why. This is supposed to help with it. I really like this product. I like the way that it smells a lot. It used to be their branding, they had a different color to it before. It was orange, and when I used it and then I ran out of it, and I went to buy a new one, and I accidentally bought the wrong thing. I got the wrong thing by mistake. I got this because I saw a little orange label there, and it turned out to not be the same thing. And I think this one, it smells good, but sometimes things that are a little too perfumey, I don't know if it's the perfume itself or maybe whatever just was in that. My scalp is kind of sensitive sometimes. Another product of theirs that I like is, this is a leave-in conditioner, and it says Keratin Infusion Leave-In Conditioner Heat Defense, and that's because, as you'll see tomorrow, I do curl my hair. So that's really why I try real hard not to blow dry and curl my hair, because that's just a lot of heat damage. I have very thick and very coarse hair, and so right now I'm getting ready for bed, and especially since it's winter now and it's cold, and so I will, my hair, I don't know if it's because it's thick, if that's what it does, that it holds a lot of water, so I try my best to squeeze as much out, and then I towel dry it, and then I will wrap it up in a towel. Don't do the thing where you put it up and then it's kind of like, you know, inside the towel it's twisted like this, and this is pulled, because then you get the equivalent of like matted hat hair, because it'll stay in that thing. So I try to keep really this part down and wrap my hair this way, just to kind of keep it so my pillow doesn't get soaked and my pajamas don't get soaked. And I'll just kind of make a little tent around my head as I sleep. So that will kind of do that, and I really do think that when my hair is able to dry slowly, it keeps it softer in the morning. Or if I do it in the day, if I take a shower in the morning, a lot of times I will put my hair up in a bun and leave it to dry like that, and then again that way it dries naturally. And even in fact, when it's up in a bun, it'll stay wet for a good portion of the day until I take it down and then finally finish air drying. So we will see the rest of my routine. Okay, I'm back, and I look really bad in the morning, but again, video requested by a subscriber, so here we go. So this was from last night. I took a shower, let it air dry with a towel wrapped loosely around it. Not really, probably not even so much to do anything with my hair so much as just allow it to air dry, and then keep my pillow and pajamas and everything from being completely, you know, soaked. So again, I also said that I tried not to brush it out while it's wet. So here we go, and a brush through. And last night I put on a product. We're going to put on a little bit more. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on this one that I showed you last night. So this is the heat defense. I do not usually put on that much. Not too much, really, about that much. And again, this one smells good too. This one smells a lot more perfume
perfumey though. Like I said, I like the way that the other one, and I'm really also making sure that I get, you'll see it when I start to curl it, the top layers, my hair here, because yeah, the top layers are what I curl. But yeah, that other stuff that I used last night in the purple, that's supposed to make it sleek and shine and whatnot, that I like the smell a little better. This is a good smell, but it's just more perfumey. Like I said, the other one smells like berries. Okay, so I do that. Then now I also usually put in a little bit of coconut oil. Now I have done this when my hair is wet, but I think it's harder to gauge how much that you're putting in because your hair is wet and you really just can't see it. But I start out a little bit with that much. So just a little bit, maybe even I could put a smidge more. Put it in the palm of my hand, and then you're gonna kind of rub your hands together to melt that. I like the way it smells. And put that through it, and that gives it a nice shine. Again, you want to start out with just a little bit, because you can go really quickly from, hey, a little bit of shine. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, you can go really quickly from a little bit of shine to that wet, greasy look. And that's why, like I said, and it may be when your hair's wet and you put it on, even if you put it too much, maybe by having a towel it would, absorb the excess or something, but I don't know. It's just what I do. So most of the time I do put it, I think sometimes I like to put it on when it's wet as just kind of a, think of it more like like you would a hot oil treatment, something that you do every once in a while, and it's actually okay to put some extra in. I definitely do if I'm going to the beach. So like when we're on vacation, I will purposely put a lot of extra coconut oil in my hair and let it be in there, and then tie my hair up again, because you're in the ocean, you're in the pool and the sun, a lot of things are really harsh on your hair when you're on vacation there. All right, so my hair is cut in layers. So after I comb it along my part, then I start taking some of the layers. And to my requester, I'm not sure exactly what you wanted to see, so I'm just going to do a little bit on each side, and then I'll stop it and then show, although the finish is going to look like it is in for a couple more. I think this is a 3/4 barrel. I'm surprised it's not written anywhere on there, but I think it's a 3/4 barrel. It's either, I don't know, I haven't seen a half in a while. I don't know if that's a half or a 3. I've had all kinds of different ones. I've had like the really big ones and the really small ones, and I just recently kind of threw some of those out when I was cleaning out my thing, because I didn't really use them anymore. Things I would like to, I have some sponge rollers that I like to use. Again, that would be like when your hair is kind of damp, and that's a nice way to get a curl in your hair without being damaging. But then it's kind of like, it's a bit of a thing. Either if you do it at night, then all right, you're going to be sleeping on rollers, which my mom had us do as kids. She had to sleep in hot rollers, which are those big hard plastic ones. That is very uncomfortable. She didn't do it all the time, but like Easter or something, special occasion. Or then if you take a shower during the day and you decide to, say in the morning, okay, you need your hair to dry in those sponge curlers. So I'm not walking out of the house and I look bad enough as it is. So here I'm just taking some of my layers and curling them. I guess for the most part, I curl them, what is this, in and towards my face. Things do get a little weird. Sometimes I don't even know which way I do the stuff up front. I kind of feel whichever way my hair, like these ones up here, because I think they kind of twist. So I don't know whether I should turn it, because I don't necessarily like to turn to curl all my hair the same direction, but I pretty much do. it just ends up being that way. But a few of those pieces up front, since they do tend to fall a different way, sometimes I will turn them a different way. So yeah, it's all curled in. I'm gonna, after I do this last one, I'm gonna switch to, and by and large I try to do like the shorter pieces first. Two reasons. One, because they're on top. Two, because if I'm running short on time and don't really, you know, need to get to the bottom of my, and sometimes because I said I have a lot of texture in my hair, and so this part up here doesn't need to be curly, but I can kind of just use this to kind of straighten it. That way it'll be nice and smooth. And then when I get to the end part is what I'm curling. And this is so bad on my hair. Heat treat is so bad. But my hair's the kind of, like I said, because it kind of has this texture, I can't not do something with it, because it's not perfectly straight, and it's not beautifully curly. I have this one friend from high school that I'm still friends with on Facebook. She has beautiful, naturally curly hair. When we were growing up, she had it cut short, and I mean it's still relatively short, but it's enough that she has just these beautiful, she's got beautiful dark hair and these beautiful dark curls. And I mean, I'm sure just everybody kind of has hair issues, right? So she, you know, people with curly hair wish they had straight hair, people with curly hair with straight hair wish they had curly hair, and then there's people like me in the middle who just wish they had something that they didn't have to heat treat all the time, but such as it is. So I'm sure she has her days where she's battling with her hair, but by and large, I don't know, it looks like she could just roll out of the bathtub and kind of, like, you know, straighten it out, put some product in, let it air dry, and have it be beautiful. All right, I'm going to stop right there and finish up the rest of it. Like I said, these lower layers, then you know, since they're going to be covered up by this stuff, I really try to just give it a very slight curl so that I'm not damaging it as much as possible. Unfortunately, the top layers of my hair, I do. All right, I'll be back.